What's going on, everybody? Project Marauder out here, and it is time for qualifying here in San Diego. Just a quick reminder, don't forget to check out my Patreon for early access and exclusive content, link on screen and in the description below. Last time we had a crazy event in Greensboro. The tough track had these drivers flipping all over the place. Even our fastest qualifier had trouble getting past the finish line, but he was able to bear it all and be the fastest qualifier yet again for the second time in a row. El Toro Loco and Driftboy 912 taking the high jump win in Greensboro. Captain's Curse taking another racing win, increasing his record to 6-0 on the season. Gravedigger and April Summers taking her first skills win on the season. And Doomsday and MMJ Producer taking his second freestyle win on the season. And El Toro Loco, after a tiebreaker, was the event champion. Captain's Curse was in line to be the event champion, but lost a tiebreaker to El Toro Loco. Now they're tied for first with 67 points. Ice Cream Man in third with 52. Husky fourth with 50. Digger in fifth with 48. And Doomsday in sixth with 46. This was the leaderboards when we left Detroit. Bakugan was still on top with 87, but Dragon is slowly creeping up. 3 points shy of tying Max D in third, Soldier Fortune in fourth, and so on. So let's go ahead and get started with qualifying here in the Stadium Series. Don't forget to leave a comment down below on your prediction of who will be the fastest qualifier here in San Diego. First truck coming out is going to be Alien Invasion and Cecily 96. She was the Arena Series Season 1 winner and has been doing pretty good so far. It's been a rough season here this season, and she's slowly coming back though. I mean, it's not looking the best. Same thing with Northern Nightmare. I mean, he's kind of struggling too right now. But this is the midway point. This is the mid-stop. This is when it's time to get hot. So hopefully things turn around for her here in San Diego as she finishes her first run. And we're looking at a 26.42 for Alien Invasion and Cecily 96. She's going to go ahead and get lined up for the second run now. And this track really isn't the hardest track. It's just making sure you stay in line. I know the berm may, play some part in this, but really right here, I mean, this is a good area for penalties just like that. I think she might have gotten a penalty as I said that, and now she's struggling a bit going onto the berm. I don't know. I don't think she got a penalty. We're going to have to wait and see what the officials say. It looks like she may have just gotten the front tires in at that just in time. So 26.62 is her second time, so she currently is your leader after her first run as Gas Monkey Garage and Ryan Hayward come out now. Another truck from Arena Series Season 2 was the runner-up, got hot when it mattered, and got the runner-up spot to get the invitation to World Finals 2 and to Season 3 of the Stadium Series. Ryan Hayward, no rookie to any of this. He's a veteran, seasoned vet, was in Monster Mud in Season 1 and Gas Monkey in Season 2, so here he is in Gas Monkey in Season 3, and it's, again, another slow start for this driver. But, again, midway point, this is the time to get hot. This is when he started getting hot in the Arena Series, and he made it back to second place. So, plenty of time to recover here. First run is going to be 26 seconds flat. So, that being said, he is your new leader here in San Diego in qualifying. Lining up for the second run now. Seeing if he can get a better time, and who knows? I mean, we were here in Season 1. I don't remember if this was the midway point for Season 1 or I think it was the fourth stop of Season 1. But we were here in Season 1, and I would have to look back at the records to see exactly what the fastest time was then, because it's the exact same route this season as the first season. So Gas Monkey Garage finishing his second run and looking at a 26.05. So we're going to go with the first time of a 26 flat. And that's it. He's your current leader as Northern Nightmare comes out now. The truck right now, man, I mean, he's struggling. He's the back-to-back champ, and he's in a bad spot right now. He really needs to come back and just show everyone what he's made of. I mean, this guy can kill it. He's one of the best, really, when it comes out there. And now that I'm thinking back, at the previous record, San Diego was the last stop of Season 1, and this is where Northern Nightmare, this is his track. This is where he claimed the Season 1 victory just about, because at this point, he was untouchable. He had it already set. 25.69 though is his time for the first run, and he is your new leader. And looking back at previous records, and this is surprising, Northern Nightmare was your fastest qualifier in Season 1 in San Diego with a 26.73, and he's already over a second faster than that. That was the fastest time then. The fastest time now is over a second faster than that, so he's definitely improved, as well as the rest of these drivers, because Alien Invasion and Gas Monkey were faster than that, so that just kind of shows you where it's at. Northern Nightmare now finishing his second run. Let's see if it can be a faster time, and a 25.12 for Northern Nightmare. So he is now, or he is currently your leader, has been since his first run, but now he has a faster time of 25.12. So a great spot and a great result for Northern Nightmare. That's exactly what he needed. Hopefully he can hold it, but trucks are a lot faster. These competitors are a lot tougher now, so we may see someone else beat his time. Here comes Earthshaker and Angel Garcia now. Having a tough time since coming from the qualifier. I'm sure he's hoping that here in San Diego is going to be where he can break out and start making a difference and getting those crucial points that he needs to get to the top of the leaderboards. He already has a ticket to World Finals 3, but a Season 1 victory would be a lot sweeter than, well, no, I mean, a World Finals Championship would be pretty sweet, but still, it would be nice to take the season win and finally dethrone Northern Nightmare, who's your Season 1 and 2 winner, but 26.20 for his first time, not going to be enough to take the lead. He's getting lined up for his second one, and there he goes, clearing the berm and starting his run. So far, we've seen some clean runs out of the competitors. He's the fourth one out, and nobody has gotten a penalty yet. Hopefully we can keep this going, because we've had quite a few in the past, but maybe everyone's getting adjusted finally and getting used to their trucks and all the tracks and everything. There's his second run, 25.92 for Earthshaker, so good enough for second place. Next truck out now is going to be Max D and Ethan Waters, the three-time World Finals champion and your reigning World Finals 2 Racing and Skills champion. Still looking for that first racing win of the season, though. Almost got it in Arlington, but lost it to Bakugan Dragonoid, and Bakugan's been on a hot streak since. But Dragon's slowly creeping up. Let's go ahead and switch gears, though, and get back to Max D and Ethan Waters. He's been a vet from Season 1. Has been a Max D since Season 1. Got close to taking the win last season, was tied for second with April Summers and Monster Dalmatian, and was not too far off from Northern Nightmare, but he's, Northern Nightmare's just the GOAT. He stays the GOAT, and he's just a tough guy to beat. 25.474 Max D, not enough to take the lead, but I say that about Northern Nightmare. I keep going back and forth because, man, this guy's struggling right now, and I don't want to speak ill, but I mean, he needs to wake up. Maybe this is the stop to do it, because this is where he basically took the championship going into World Finals. The points of World Finals still count towards your total points in the leaderboards. So World Finals really just set it further in stone, but this is really where he claimed his title here in San Diego. This is his stadium, so hopefully he wakes up and can really get hot starting from here. Max D, though, ending his second run, 25.27 for Ethan Waters, so good enough for second place. Here comes Bakugan Dragonoid, the truck that knocked Max D out in Arlington and took that racing win earlier this season. Daniel Murray looking like, I'm sure he would love to get fastest qualifier right now, because that would mean he would get those next 12 crucial points, and it all just depends on where Dragon lands to see how far that split will be between them, because he is just ahead by 3 points at the moment. So he's looking for more points. He wants to stay on top. Going around the berm now, or he already did. Now he's going to the final turn, going for that center finish line. Ending his first run, 25.15 for Bakugan. So they're getting closer to Northern Nightmare's time, but still not enough to take it away. He was shy, though, just shy. Northern Nightmare 25.12, Bakugan 25.15. So this second run could be the one to do it. Maybe. We're just going to have to wait and see. Another cleanly executed turn. These drivers are on it. I think they're finally used to their trucks and just settled in. They've got it handled now. Going for the last turn. Thought he was going to go a little too wide, but he was able to control it. And boom, there's the finish line. 25.19 for Bakugan. We're going to go with his first time, but I believe it's only good enough for second at the moment. As we take a look at the current leaders, Northern Nightmare on top with 25.12. Bakugan in second, Max D in third, and Earthshaker in fourth. So these are your top four right now in line to get the buy run into round two, but there are 6 more trucks to go. Don't forget to use code Project Roderat to receive 10% off of your W Energy order. Be better with W Energy, just like Megalodon and Brandon Thunder rocking that brand new overcast Megalodon body. And look how beautiful that truck looks. And the eyes stick out even more. It looks fantastic. Loving this new look, Brandon. It's amazing. Hopefully it brings you some good luck here. He was the fastest qualifier back in, where was it? Detroit, excuse me. Back in Detroit, he was the fastest qualifier and unfortunately got knocked out in the second round. But hoping for better luck here going around the berm. He's looking pretty fast, but it's a tough time to beat. Going a little wide on the final turn, and that might be what hurts him. Finishing his run strong, but a 25.75 for Megalodon, so not enough to take the lead. Excuse me. Megalodon now lined up for his second run. Let's see what he can do. He was the first one out in Detroit and held it from the start to the finish. Was the fastest qualifier, excuse me, all the way until the end. And he was really the only one that was able to what's the word I'm looking for? To not control, but to not demolish. Excuse me. I am so sorry. He controlled that racetrack because everyone else was struggling with it. I mean, that was his track. 25.72 for Megalodon, not going to be enough to take the lead as Blue Thunder and Action Phil comes out. But I mean, Megalodon that was his track. I mean, he controlled it, man. He killed it. Came out with a fast time that no one else could beat, but unfortunately, I believe it was Crush Station who knocked him out in round 2, and that was the end of that. So let's go ahead and move on to Blue Thunder now in Action Phil. Blue Thunder has been a truck that it takes him a while to get going. Really went a little wide now, and now he's flipping over. Is he gonna? Yes, he's gonna get back. He's gonna get back on all fours, but that's gonna be the end of his run. There's really no point in trying to continue, as it's not gonna be in a time that's gonna take the lead. As we take a look at a replay, it was just an awkward jump or an awkward bounce off of that center jump there that sent him over. So he's lined up for the second one. He's good to go. Just cosmetic damage, and he's gonna continue the run. But Blue Thunder has been a truck that Season 1, I mean, MT World Media was behind the wheel in Season 1, and I mean, he killed it, got second place, or third place, excuse me, I don't remember exactly, in Season 1. Just right there, right on the tails of Northern Nightmare, and I mean, he had an amazing racing season, and he was an amazing freestyler, but just couldn't take the win, but still ended up really high. Last season, it was Nitro Studios, and I mean, he started off kind of slow, but really sped up, and ended up in like 4th or 5th place. To end Season 2, 25.32 is his first time. A beautiful save for Blue Thunder, but not going to be enough to take the lead. But now Action Phil is behind the wheel of Blue Thunder, and he's starting to pick up. He's starting to get traction. Hopefully, this is the place for him to really blow up and start getting some points. I mean, this is the time where you want to get hot. Is the halfway point. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Here comes Monster with Dalmatian and Omboji already about halfway through his first run. Seeing what he can do. Got the high jump win back in Detroit, so he's up there. He's up there in the bracket right now, looking like a really good contender. He's creeping up. I mean, he's one of those secret. And 24.82, so we broke the 25-second mark, and we're in the 24th. He is your new leader. Completely took me off guard and off topic. Boston Dalmatian. Now, just let's put this in perspective. In Season 1, Northern Nightmare was your fastest qualifier with a 26.79. This was a 24.82. 2 seconds faster than Season 1, and he's in some trouble now. Awkward bounce, setting it up and over. That's going to be a DNF for Monster Dalmatian, but it doesn't matter. 24.82 is the time to beat now, and that's going to be tough because that, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. No one has come close. The closest was a 25.12 by Northern Nightmare, so it's going to be interesting. Here comes Crush Station and J Pace Racing. Arena Series Season 2 winner. Having a pretty good season so far. Is kind of average right now, kind of in the middle of the leaderboards. But I mean, he was up top at some point at the beginning of the season, so you never know. Don't sleep on this guy either. I mean, he can surprise you and really take this if he wants to. And there goes his first time. 25-2-2 for Crush Station. Not going to be enough to take the lead, but definitely should be good enough for the top 4 to get that bye run into round 2. Lined up for the second one now as we wait for the lights. And there he goes, going for the second run here, seeing if he can get a better time. I'm really interested to see if anyone's going to beat Monster Mutt Dalmatian's time, because that is a crazy fast time, and he may take the lead here. Now, look back at season 1 when we were here. April Summers was behind the wheel, but she took the racing win, and she was the last qualifier. 25-7-0 for Crush Station, so not going to be enough to take the lead, but still a good time for the first one. Here comes Soldier Fortune and Brian the Dog Webb, the reigning World Finals 2 freestyle champion. But Monster Mutt Dalmatian and April Summers could not conquer this track. She had a disqualification in her first attempt and a DNF in her second attempt. So she couldn't do it. She couldn't get it down, but she came back and took the win, and that was her 3rd racing win of the season. Because again, remember, she killed it in racing in season 1, so this track is kind of special to the Monster Mutt Dalmatian truck as a whole. And right now, Umboji is doing that truck some justice by being the fastest qualifier right now, and there are 2 more trucks to go. Soldier Fortune being one of those, and kind of an awkward crash afterwards. 25-8-0 is his time here. Looking at a replay, and I wouldn't expect any less from the reigning World Finals 2 freestyle champion, because the control and the rear steer and everything, turning that truck every which way to get it back on all 4s, and he did with minimal damage. That just shows you why he just killed it in freestyle, and why he deserves that title, because that run was one of the best World Finals runs we've seen, best freestyle runs we've seen, and a lot of it had to do with the saves that he made. An awkward bounce off of the center jump there as he's going into the berm. Doesn't look like it's affecting him too bad though, and that's going to be a penalty for Soldier Fortune. He went over the I don't know what to call it, the tiny berm there, I guess. I don't know. 28-9-0 would have been a 25-9-0. Still wouldn't have been enough to take the lead, but still a penalty nonetheless. Here comes Dragon in Flames Plays, your racing winner of Detroit, hoping to get a faster time than Dalmatian to get that bye run and better his chances of going back-to-back with racing wins this season. So far, the only truck this season to have multiple racing wins is Captain's Curse. And I mean, he's killing it in the Arena Series right now. 3-0, or 6-0 in total with racing. But just 3 racing wins back-to-back as he goes into Wichita next week, hoping to go 4 for 4 in racing this season. It's going to be interesting to see. 25-5-4 for Dragon, not going to be enough to take the lead. And a nice stoppie to prevent him from going into the stands there, lining up for the second round, or second run. But I got distracted talking about Captain's Curse. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I saw that graphic there, I missed it, but don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more Monster Jam content. It helps out a lot, and I really appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. And the Dragon now halfway through his second run. Going over the berm there. That won't give him any kind of penalty. He's fine doing that. But it could slow him down a bit as he's coming to the end of it. And this is going to be it, whether Monster Mutt Dalmatian is the fastest qualifier or not. And he will be, because the 25-7-0, an amazing save by Dragon there. Don't want to take away from that. But Monster Mutt Dalmatian and Umboji is your fastest qualifier here in San Diego with a 24.82. Again, 2 seconds faster than the fastest time here 2 seasons ago. So amazing. This is the racing bracket for racing later on in today's event. So it's going to be pretty stacked. Monster Mutt Dalmatian currently in line for your event champion with those 12 points for being the fastest qualifier. Bakugan increasing that lead between him and Dragon by 7 points. Max D in third, but look at Dalmatian. He's currently in fourth. He's creeping up. Northern Nightmare no longer in last place, so that's a plus for him. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens in high jump. That's going to be the next competition. And yeah, we'll see you there. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. A huge shout out to all my patrons. April Summers, D-Toad, Julian Peacock. Thank you guys so much for being patrons. And we'll see you all in high jump.